we've got some firewood to lug in, and we'll see how this works out here. All right. This is real good wood. This has been sitting in the garage for a year and a half. It's only going to warm up to a -8 today. And I'm really hoping that the sun, which is shining out now, really helps warm the house up, because it was cold this morning. And it's not going to warm up till next week. And it doesn't take very long to burn. There. And I shoveled this thing out this morning with my house coat on into 2 buckets that are sitting in the garage. The dogs are busy out there trying to kill that squirrel. I like to keep this clean. Keeps the wife from complaining. Mind you, I do it anyway. Right. 2 seconds. I'll just grab the recycle and I'll meet you out in the garage. How this works out with the camera. So we're back at it, and we'll see if this is the first time I tried it with two. So let's see how I do. Goodbye. Yeah, my good intentions on trying to be fancy and put two videos together didn't work. What I did is I had one camera sitting out here watching me coming in and out of the door here with the firewood for the day. And what I forgot to do, or I'll explain some more, over that by that fire window, I set you up to watch me picking up the wood up there. Then I moved it over to here so that I could get the recycle done with you. And guess what I forgot? I forgot to turn the other camera on. So, let's take the recycle up to the road. And that'll be done for the day. And let's see what I can do about staying warm today. Alright. It's cold. We'll see that in a minute. Now, it's hard to shake a chill once you get it. Okay. Ready. Eddie. Let's go. So, just before we go, this is going to be a mishmash today. There's the buckets I shoveled out there this morning. Those are hot coals. There's nothing around it that can burn. I've been taking wood off of here. Started this row, and there's another row that, some other day I'll fill it, start lugging it back in. I had to take one of these tires out so Mom could take a picture with her iPad to take into the city. We're getting some more rims for the summer because of the road here. We've managed to bend 3 out of 4 rims. So what we're going to do now is replace those. Oh, I'll show you this too. See how much it drifted in? That's about 8-10 inches deep, just around where the Jeep was. I've cleaned that off twice. Maybe I'll do it again later. But right now, I'm just going to lug this recycle up to the road, if I can, and carry it with me. Let me see here. Sure as hell don't want to rip the bags open. That wouldn't be a good thing. Alright, let's see here. Oops. Oopsie-doozy. There. Okay, got it. Looks like carrying a couple of chickens up there. Yeah. I got up this morning. Ah, for fuck's sakes, come on. Give me that damn bag. I gotta hope I don't rip the bag open, because then we'd be hell to pay. Yeah, so my wife went to get there some more rims. Got a hold of my son. Hopefully he'll be here next week, and we'll cut down. Oh, I'd like to cut down about 4 or 5 cords worth of wood. So we'll see what happens when it happens. Crunch, crunch. And I did some vacuuming upstairs in the top part of the house. That was a joy. I must have went up and down those stairs 3 or 4 times because I had to empty the freaking vacuum cleaner thing out too. My wife's not very good at that. Cleaning it out. Alright. So tomorrow they'll be here for recycle. And then, these probably won't blow away, but I'm going to hook them right here. So whoever picks them up, this is also to help keep them from blowing away. I wouldn't want to see the guy go down in there. That's a deep ditch. Same thing on the other side. That's done. It's beautiful out there today. And I'm hoping this sunshine, when it gets around to the other side of the house, really warms it up. And, okay. It really warms it up in the house. Because, I can't tell you what the exact temperatures are, but it was like 56 degrees Fahrenheit in our bathroom, which is the left end of the house. Our bedroom's next. It wasn't very warm. And then it was 17 degrees in the library, which is to the left of the yellow door, because after I went to bed about 11:30 last night, I filled up that fireplace as much wood as I could pack into it, made sure it was lit. When I woke up, Mom had to go to town, and she said wanted up around 7, so I went and checked the fire. I got up, and there was hardly anything in there. So I took the opportunity to empty the damn thing. Oh, that's something else I gotta do. Frick. Just don't feel like taking the risk. We also have composting material, and we just compost directly into the gardens. So that means I either got to drag it up there, throw it over the fence, or take it over to the potato patch on the other side of that little building out there. And I just don't feel like it. Not today. I'm going into the house, and I'm going to stand in front of the fireplace until I don't feel cold anymore. Then I'll come and edit this video. We'll have something to look at. Oh, jeez. And we've got to look at the ice. I gotta explain to my wife, it's important to put that heat tape or whatever the hell it is in there so that we can drain that, because all that's happening is the ice down here. Anyway, let me get the front steps real quick. Might as well take you with me. See if you can one-hander. The only reason I'm doing this is for when the guy comes apart for the heat, he doesn't drag in a ton of snow into the house. Here we go. Easy, Cinderella. So by the time I get in the video on the other camera, will be downloaded. It takes hours to put this friggin' thing. My computer's about 10 years old. I'd love a new one, but we can't afford that anymore. So we'll have to make this old bird along as long as I can. It's got 12 gigs of RAM. When I bought it, I put a lot of money into it. When I had the money. But it has a hard time processing the videos, mostly because it's old. I just can't do it. And I use that Microsoft My Movie or something it's called, which is a free version from Microsoft, and I think the last time it was updated was like 5 years ago. But that's neither here nor there. We're limping along. There we go. Let there be heat. Oh. Of course that was going to fall over. There. Let's get this. The boys are busy trying to get that friggin' squirrel. We got two brave Sammies right now. There. There we go. So my plan didn't work out. What I was going to try to do was I had a camera set up in the living room where I showed you by the rocking chair, and I had another camera set up in the other in the garage. And what the old goal was, here I got to cool up, you'll warm up. What the goal was, oh, this is great for the butt. The goal was to be able to take part of the picture here, and then you would see me when I was in the garage coming in, and I was talking back and forth between the two cameras. What a waste of time that turned out to be, because I forgot to turn one of them on. But anyway, that's it. Mosey a little away from the... That thing here pumps out the heat. This here is a Napoleon 1402 or something. And the heat, the cool air from the floor comes in on the side. There's a fan speed controller, and it's plugged in over the wall there. So what happens is, there's like a squirrel cage on each side. It sucks the air in, and it blows it out right up here. And because this heat will dry the house out, we've got this thing here that is full of water, and we throw some potpourri in it. Can't smell it anymore. And I have a jug out there that I keep filling it up with. And you got to be careful you don't overfill it, because then it makes a stain on there. And then the wife complains. You know, you're not paying attention and whatever. So that's the skinny on that. So right now, we'll take a peek at the dogs and see what's going on. I can tell you anyway. Oh, there's one. That's Ice. He's sitting there. And you can see that board above that steel rail up there. There's some seeds. So Sammy packs his freaking little face up with the seeds. And then he sits out there and torments the dogs. And I'm going to have to modify the... he can jump pretty far, but I want to move those two rails over a little bit to see if I can get that wide enough to get the lawnmower to drive in through there. I don't think it will. And up there, at the other end of Lover's Lane, you can see the red pine on the left of Lover's Lane. Down at the end of that, we're going to knock down about a half a dozen trees, and hopefully, if they're big enough trees, I can get a cord out of each tree. And I'll take this wood that's in that shed and put it in here, and then I could fill that one up with the wood that we cut this year. And I could just keep using the lawnmower, dragging it down to here, and I'll split it all with an axe. I don't mind that. And if there's any real twisted pieces that the axe can't pop, I'll take it in and I'll use that 9-ton wood splitter. But just do that for a little bit of exercise. Next week, I've got to go in and get a CAT scan and blood test again. Let's see now. It was in the end of 2015. I had a tumor removed off the top of my kidney, and that was a really long, it was about 11 and a half hours, I was told, in the operating room while this guy snipped away and got that thing cut off the top of my kidney. And after that, that's when my side started to hurt all the time. So I got to, they keep checking me for cancer, and so far, for 5 years, I've been okay, but I'm a little concerned about my side. I think it's muscle tendon or something that ripped off my hip. And here, I got to go get this fixed. That's why I got the other gloves in there. It's like freaking socks. And I don't want my finger to end up getting burnt inside that oven, because inside there, that must be 2,000 degrees. It's friggin' hot. So I brought in the original gloves that were outside that we had. So these ones, the fingers are not at all good on it. And it's made by the same company, LL Bean. But unfortunately, my big fancy ones that I got for Christmas has got the hole in the darn thing now. Anyway, that's enough of this chit-chatting for now. I see Mom stole my brush. Oh well. And she bought me a little metal dustpan for Christmas. But I don't really use it. These things work great. I got these things from a friend, and this morning I threw one of them in there and lit it, and it burnt so well. I'm impressed. I'm going to have to find out how she did it. And I think it was just saved up from wax and something else. And so what I do is I fill up this fireplace as full as I can get it with wood, but I leave a little bit of an opening up in the front, up in the top. And then I fill it up with a bunch of kindling in there, threw one of those pine cones in there, and it was enough to light the thing off. But anyway, I'm going to go and edit this video here and get one out for you folks. And thanks a lot for coming along. And hopefully tomorrow the part will be here, and I don't have to do so much work dragging wood in and out of the house. We can scale that back a little bit. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Welcome to all the new subscribers. And we're getting closer to 450, and the next goal is to get to 500. So we're getting there. One small step at a time. Bye-bye.